If you're watching this video, you are probably curious to find out what is happening with the real estate market in Newnan, because you might be thinking about making a move, whether it's buying or selling. After a crazy year of record-breaking numbers for real estate, everyone is wondering the same exact thing. Is the housing market cooling down? Media chatter of foreclosure crisis and housing bubbles has dominated the news for months now. More likely than not, you're feeling a little confused about what lies ahead. So today, I'm going to break down those number stats for you for Coweta County, Georgia, and I'm going to explain what they mean for you if you're on the market to buy or sell. Let's dive into it. So we're going to look at all single-family homes, new construction, and resale in the whole county of Coweta County and compare the market conditions for September 2021 with those of September of 2020. So we can actually see what the trends are and what the context or meaning behind those numbers is. So the first question we need to answer is, what are home prices doing? Are they up or down compared to last year? If we see an increase in home prices year over year, this is a sure factor that the market is not slowing down, because high home prices mean the demand for homes is still pretty high and the supply overall in general is still pretty low, which means there's no enough downward pressure to cool those prices down. So let's take a look at Coweta County and what the sales prices are doing. So the median sales price for Coweta County for September of 2020 was $291,000. For September of 2021, the median sales price for the county is at $349,900. So that is over a 20% increase in the sales prices for Coweta County compared to the same time frame last year. Some areas have seen more and some have seen less increase, but overall the trend is going upward, signaling that there is still high demand for homes and not enough homes for sale in the county. The next thing we need to look at is how many homes have actually sold year over year. Are home sales going up or down? If we notice the sales going down and we establish this as a trend and not just a single occurrence or seasonality in the marketplace, then we can begin anticipating the market to slow down soon, provided that a few other factors are met as well. And we're about to discuss those in just a few minutes. So let's take a look at the home sales for Coweta County, Georgia. So for September of 2020, there were 351 homes sold in the county. For September of 2021, we're looking at 303 homes sold. So that's about 14% decrease in home sales compared to the same time frame last year. If we continue to see this trend in the next couple of months, this may be one of the indicators of the market actually slowing down. The next thing we need to look at is new listings. And I'm not talking about new construction. I'm actually talking about new listings coming into the marketplace or new homes being listed for sale. So those are the homes entering the market, and we need to ask ourselves this question. Are we seeing more new homes or less new homes entering the market compared to September of last year? So if you look at the new listings in Coweta County for September of 2020, we're going to see that there was 316 new listings that entered the market. And for September of 2021, there's 274 new listings that entered the market. So that's a little bit over 13% decrease in new listings coming on the market in September of this year compared to the same time frame last year. So despite the fact that home sales are decreasing, we are actually not seeing an increased number of new listings to help compensate for the low inventory we're still experiencing in the market. So chances are that we will not see a cool down of the market until we actually begin to see some inventory levels climbing. Which leads me to the next indicator we need to look at, and that is available inventory. Available inventory is the number of available homes for sale in a specific time frame, or what is the actual supply of available homes for sale this year in September compared to the same time frame last year. So if we look at inventory levels in Coweta County, we're going to see that in September of last year we had 2.5 months of inventory. For the month of September this year, we actually have 1.7 months of inventory. So inventory levels are significantly down from last year, and we're still experiencing a very severe shortage of available homes for sale in Coweta County. In order for us to enter a balanced market, we need to see at least 4 to 6 months of inventory in the marketplace. The next very important indicator for market activity is the absorption rate. So the absorption rate actually measures how quickly houses are being sold. Or simply put, it measures the current supply and demand in the real estate market. So that's pretty important to keep track of. Traditionally, a 15 to 20% absorption rate indicates a neutral or balanced market. Anything below 20% absorption rate is a buyer's market, and anything above 20% is a seller's market. So let's take a look at the absorption rate for Coweta County for September of last year. So we're looking at 39% absorption rate for September of last year. In September of this year, we experienced 56% absorption rate. So clearly, by looking at the numbers for September this year compared to last year, we're still definitely in a very competitive, hot seller's market in Coweta County, Georgia. The next indicator is days on market, which refers to the number of days between the day a home is listed for sale on the market and the day it is actually sold. So how much time does the home spend on the market from the moment it's listed to the moment it's actually sold? So the average days on market for Coweta County, Georgia for September of last year was 58 days. For September of this year, this number is 31 days. So that's almost 47% decrease in the days on market, which basically means that homes today are selling 47% faster than they were a year ago. And the last but not least indicator we need to pay attention to is the list price to sales price ratio. This basically tells us when a consumer puts their house up for sale, how much of their asking price are they actually getting? Are they getting 100% of what they're asking for the home? Are they getting below the asking price or above the asking price? So if we look at the average sales price to list price ratios for Coweta County, Georgia, we're going to immediately notice that last year, September of 2020, that average sales price to list price ratio was 145.5%. And for this year, September of 2021, we're looking at 100.3%. So back in September of last year, sellers were getting over 45% of the asking price for their homes, or they're getting 45% over asking price for their homes in Coweta County, Georgia, which represented the multiple offer situations, the bidding wars that were happening right after the COVID-19 restrictions and stay-at-home orders were lifted, which caused the real estate market to explode. Buyers were really getting discouraged at that point in time because even if they found a house they like, it was extremely competitive and it was very hard to place an offer that will actually be accepted. This year in September, we are still seeing sellers getting about what they're asking for their homes, maybe a little bit over asking price, which still signals a very strong seller's market because if you go back and look historically, The normal sales to list price ratios for Coweta County are at about 97% of the asking price. So still sellers have the upper hand in the negotiation process. So to summarize, we're still in a very strong seller's market in Coweta County, Georgia, and there are no significant signs of any market slowdown anytime soon. We are returning to the normal seasonal market fluctuations that we used to see pre-pandemic. So it may feel like the market is slowing down, but in reality, we're getting back to normal pre-pandemic market behavior. Home prices are still holding strong, inventory levels are still historically low, and buyer demand is still pretty high. And foreclosures are just about nowhere to be found. So for those of you who are thinking about selling soon, know that it is still a great time to sell, but don't be expecting bidding wars and multiple offer situations like in 2020. The winter may be a great option for you since you will have less competition during the holidays as opposed to you waiting until springtime to put your home on the market like most sellers typically do. If you are on the market to purchase your home, on the other hand, rest assured that you will experience less multiple offer situations and bidding wars, but don't be fooled by that. And still be prepared with your pre-approval letter in hand before you start home shopping, because you will still face competition. If you're trying to avoid buyer competition, focus on trying to secure your home off-season, like during the fall and winter months when less buyers are actively shopping for their home. Hope you enjoyed this video today. If you did, please give it some thumbs up. And if you would like to get a personalized report of your neighborhood, make sure to drop me a comment down below or shoot me a text or an email with your preferred neighborhood, and I'll be more than happy to present you with a personalized report. As usual, thank you so much for watching today, and I hope you will follow me on the next one.